Those of you who know me know that I love shiny objects. I love new software. I love new applications. But I found one that isn't a new one. It's one I've had for a long time, but I've just now incorporated it into my business, and it's changed everything. And I mean everything. I decided at the beginning of 2020 that I was going to go all in with this product. And as I've gone in, it's changed so much about the way I do online marketing. And I'm going to tell you in this video how I replaced 6 different software tools that I used with this one software. Let's talk about Kajabi. Hey, I'm Nils Smith, your social media guide, and I'm so pumped about Kajabi. I want to be transparent here. I don't know that I've ever actually done an affiliate link in a video. I've got one in my description on this video, and it's because there's a product that I really love, and I've gotten behind it and I've promoted it. I've not really publicly promoted it a ton. I've talked to a lot of friends about it, and I decided to share it here. But I wanted to be upfront because I've never really, and I transparently am not doing this for the affiliate purposes, but I figured if I'm going to promote it, I might as well use the affiliate link that I have. And so we're going to talk about Kajabi. Now, Kajabi is a platform that I bought into like 4 or 5 years ago. Whenever it first came around, the new Kajabi, I was a part of Kajabi Next. I put out an online course and read about online courses, wanted to learn about online courses, and so I built an online course on Kajabi Next, and it was cool and it was fun, and I played with it. And then Kajabi announced Kajabi, the new Kajabi, and I became a founding member. And it was $1,000 a year, and you get access to this software, this basically an online course platform. And I thought, man, this is cool. Kajabi's on the front edge, and I'm going to get into online courses sometime. Well, for about 4 years, 5 years, I have tinkered with online courses. I have played with them a little bit, and I thought, you know what? Next year I'm going to get into online courses. I'm going to take my consulting and share it with more people and use these technologies. But I never got around to it. In the beginning of 2020, a little bit before the end of 2019, I was like, this is the year. I'm going to force myself to do it. And my biggest regret is that I didn't do it sooner. And the deeper I dove into Kajabi, the better it got. So I want to talk about the 6 tools that I replaced when I moved to Kajabi. So the first tool that I replaced when I went to Kajabi was Squarespace. I have used Squarespace for websites for the last probably 5 or 6 years. I was a WordPress guy. Then I went from WordPress to Squarespace, and I love Squarespace. I think it's a fantastic platform, and I still use it for some client websites. But when it comes to my business and the things that I'm doing, the Kajabi website platform is awesome, and it does everything that I need for it to do, and you can create great websites within the platform. Now, when it started, it was very limited. You had to work within their shell, and you couldn't do a whole lot with it. It wasn't very flexible, but now it's come a long way since it began, and so I'm thrilled putting all of my websites on Kajabi, and I've been able to do that and save money by not having that Squarespace expense. While Squarespace isn't that expensive, it does replace that tool and allows me to kind of be in this all-in-one platform. The second tool that I replaced was Leadpages. Now, I've used Leadpages for years, and I actually used it for even standalone websites many times. It's a great tool, very easy to use. And so for creating landing pages, I would often use Leadpages to do that. Well, back end of Kajabi, it's so easy to basically hit a button and create landing pages. And when they started the new Kajabi, they had a second, another tool that they had purchased that was like Leadpages, and I just didn't like it that much. So I didn't use it, so I stuck with Leadpages. Well, now, as I dove back into Kajabi, I'm like, man, this is even better. And so I love the landing pages that they set up and how that integrates so seamlessly into the platform. So those are the first 2. So Squarespace, Leadpages, and the third, and I think surprising to many people, is MailChimp. Now it has replaced all of my email marketing, all of my email communication has moved from MailChimp and into Kajabi. Now, I had kind of had a short stint where I was still using Squarespace email as well, but I moved essentially from MailChimp on all of my platforms to Kajabi, and I love it. This is probably the one tool that isn't quite as good, that I'm taking a step back when it comes to the email now, but it's pretty close, and the simplicity of having it all on one platform is well worth it, and the saved expense. It doesn't cost me any more to use the platform, and so I saved the money that I was spending on MailChimp each month, now having it in Kajabi. And one of the things I love is every month since I've been using that email, it has gotten better, and they've made improvements on their email product and their email platform. So I love it. It's now replaced 3, and we're halfway there to the software platforms that it has replaced in my online business. The 4th that it's replaced is the transaction, the online transaction platform. Now, you've got to use a few pieces, and even with Kajabi, you've got to use PayPal or Stripe to do the transactions, but I was using MoonClerk in the back end of Squarespace to do the transactions and integrating Stripe. So I kept my Stripe account, and instead of using MoonClerk to sell online products, I'm now using Kajabi. So it has now replaced and does all of my online transactions for digital products. So we've got Squarespace gone, we've got MailChimp gone, we've got Leadpages gone, and we've got MoonClerk gone. The 5th software platform that Kajabi has replaced in my online marketing platform is my customer or client database. Now, it's not really built to be a database or CRM, and the truth is I'm not running a business that needs a complex CRM, but it does give me a database that details my different customers or clients in a unique way, where I can leave notes and I can see what they purchased and I can see their behaviors. And so it's more complex than MailChimp in that way. And I kind of used MailChimp. I used a combination of MailChimp and Google Sheets as my client database, as my customer database, and it's essentially replaced those. So I'll just say that this replaced Google Sheets from my client management and client communication, and has a much cleaner back-end dashboard to it. So love how it has done that, and it gives me a people manager in the back end of my online marketing platform. And then the last tool that it replaced is SurveyMonkey. I love getting feedback. I love getting feedback from clients. I love getting feedback from people that listen to my podcast. I love getting feedback for people that watch my videos. I love surveys, and SurveyMonkey has been my go-to tool for years. Now, I would put this in the same thing as MailChimp, in that maybe it's a monkey thing, the SurveyMonkey and MailChimp, that it's not as good. And so they have assessments, they call them, and it's actually good if you have tests at the back end of courses that work, but it also works for surveys, and that's what I'm using for all of my surveys now. And it's a good tool. It doesn't let you play with the data as much. You still kind of have to export it and play with it after the fact a little bit, but it has replaced those tools. And so I am essentially using everything Kajabi in my back end. The next tool that I think it will replace is Google Analytics. Because their analytics are good, but they're not good enough. So I'm still checking Google Analytics on a regular basis. But overall, I gotta say, I'm loving Kajabi. I'm glad I went all in. I hope you'll check it out. This isn't a sales pitch. If anything, this is a thank you. Thank you, Kajabi, for creating such a great product and making the investment that I made 5 years ago as a founding member, or founding, whatever you call it, in Kajabi, that I made the right decision to jump in, and I made the wrong decision in waiting this long to jump all in. But I love it. I love Kajabi. I love what they've done. I love the simplicity they've created. I think you'll love it too. I hope you'll check it out. If you have any questions about Kajabi, just leave those in the comments below. I'd love to answer your questions and talk Teachable, talk Kajabi, talk any of those online platforms. I love this digital marketing world and the opportunities that exist today. Thanks so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next episode.